Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
The Madness Comic Network and Comic-Related Madness proudly presents Madness Open DrawStream featuring the Richness and a variety of special guests. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube.
Entertainment Group presents the Madness Comic Network with original programming and additional comic-related content.
So just sit right down, relax, open your ears real wide and say, "Give it to me straight, doctor, I can take it."
Chocks out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Brum, brum.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Oh, what heights will hit? On with the show. This is it.
Doctor is in, babies. What is up? What is up? Good to see everybody this morning. Rich is unable to be with us today, so you're stuck with me. I am your
right. Good help is so hard to find.
Your host, Doc Blalock. I am an artist and creator. I've been making art professionally for 40 freaking years. So, we got some folks in the back. Let's bring some people out. I'm not going to run the intros. Let's just bring them out here. We got this guy who's UA. Welcome, Rich. And welcome, Max.
What's up?
What's up? All right, who's got all the background chatter?
Probably me.
Turn that down and put the headphones.
And Pops.
Yeah, I'm sure ain't me, because there ain't nobody here today but me.
I was just about to bring you in, and of course, Pops. You got to get on cam, Pops. Everybody's on cam today.
Nope, ain't feeling it.
Come on. Put a hat on. Get on here. Rich, how are you?
See this, Doc? I got this just for you.
Oh, you dirty dog. Look. Bam. I'd rather have Dr. Thunder than Mr. Pibb.
I know you don't like Mr.
Dr.
Pibb,
Thunder. Jesus
Isn't
Christ.
like Mr. Pibb like one of the most caffeinated sodas in all of Soda Land?
Not really.
So.
I think if you look, you may find it. It's on the level with Mountain Dew.
I was going to say it's Mountain Dew, and Jolt, of course, is the highest caffeine content. Yeah, Jolt. If you couldn't get coffee, brother, stop and get a Jolt. You're going to wake up.
Jolt was the hacker's drink back when I was a kid.
Man, that was the shit right there.
Yep. Black Hat, good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Black Hat.
Max, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Been hanging out with the kid, went swimming, and then
Nice.
ate some Taco Bell, which wasn't so nice, but it was good enough.
Look, I like Taco Bell. I'm not ashamed to say it. It's meat. It's cheese. How can you go wrong? It's meat and cheese.
That is not meat. That is definitely not fucking meat.
Listen. If you listen to Chris Porter, look it up on YouTube. Chris Porter, Taco Bell. He's a comedian. He said, and I quote, "I like Taco Bell. I like what they stand for as a company." Someone came out and said, "It's not even meat they're putting in their whatever." And Taco Bell took out a full-page ad in the New York Times and said, "Fuck you, it's 70% meat." They're not even lying to you. It's 30% filler, 70% meat. But have you had it? It's freaking delicious.
Man, no, I'll tell you what. Look.
Hello, Don.
Some things
Hi, Don.
some things are just like Taco Bell, or I mean Jack in the Box tacos, right? You know they're nasty.
Oh, they're
But
nasty
you
as
love
fuck.
But they're like $1.
You know?
I can't say that I've ever had a Jack in the Box taco.
It's like two of them for $1.
It's an acquired taste,
Fantastic.
John, but the problem is once you acquire it, it never, ever, ever goes away.
That's right. That's right. You know, it's like you're effed forever. That's it. That's like an afterbirth that stayed forever.
There's no Jack in the Box near where we live, right? But if one of the family goes down to, say, Indianapolis, it's like, bring us back some Jack in the Box tacos.
Now, let me say this. I had never heard of Jack in the Box, but when I was living in San Diego, literally on the same block where I lived, there was a Jack in the Box, and it was the only fast food place nearby. So back then they didn't have tacos, but they did have this mushroom cheddar burger that was to die for. It was good.
Jesus Christ. Man.
What?
I said it's not
unbelievable.
They had a ham and turkey melt that was really good too.
Ooh, but having said that, come on, fast food's fast food. It is what it is. You don't go there.
Pita pockets, Doc, with the scrambled eggs and the ham and the bacon and the cheddar. Those things were good too.
You don't go to a fast food place for nutrition. You go there to settle down the liquor that you drank.
That's right.
That's what it's for.
That was what White Castle was for. We used to go there after the bar and just like 12.
God, I love White Castle. I miss it.
We never had White Castle. We always had Crystal Burger.
Yeah, we've got Crystals
Crystal
here.
Burgers are the same thing.
It's the same. Really. It's the same. And here's
onion-based patties.
Listen. Here's what I could never figure out until someone explained it to me that worked there. If you've been to White Castle or Crystals, you know it takes them forever to get your order. They're slow.
That's true.
And I could never figure out why is it I can go to a fast food place like Wendy's that grills the burger on demand and get it quicker than these little bitty postage stamps that, well, now I know they steam the Crystal burgers.
Yep.
Which makes
They're
them
not
better.
grilled. They're steamed.
Makes them better.
Yeah, and it takes longer. So that's why.
I want to just start out by thanking everybody who's watching on all the different channels, because obviously it's like it's spread out everywhere. It's kind of cool right now. We got people watching on Doc's channel, on our channel, in the group, everywhere. So, nice. Doc, you're even live over there on Twitter.
I'm live on the Twitters. Hey, listen, it's like this. We're here to have a good time, enjoy some art, some drawing, talk art, talk trash. But mostly talk art. Now, I was going to paint today, Rich, on stream, but I could not get my easel has a broken leg, and I have procrastinated getting it fixed forever, or I should say fixing it myself. No, it's an easy fix, but I just haven't got around to doing it. And so I have no one to blame but myself for that.
Right,
I thought I could cheat one more time with a zip tie, but no, it just wasn't having it.
Hardee's is basically the same thing as
that's Carl's
Jr.
Yeah, Carl's Jr.'s. But we've had Hardee's here since the early 70s.
And I'm not going to call Culver fast food.
Culver's
I don't know.
is nice. Culver's is pretty good. It's expensive as hell, but I mean, you got to wait, and they make it when you order it, so it's kind of nice.
It's like Boston Market. It's like I don't consider.
I miss Boston Market.
I wish those were still around, because that was what I bought my Thanksgiving dinner with when it was like
more than once.
Now, Rich, let me ask you this: over in the UK, what do they have for fast food over there?
Well, they have the standard that you guys have there. There's a KFC, there's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's Pizza Hut, there's Domino's, there's Papa John's, Taco Bell. They have the same shit here. All right. There's a couple of things I think off the top of my head. I don't know of any other. Well, there's Weatherspoons, but that's more like an Applebee's or some crap like that.
Oh yeah.
And,
I thought that was more like a diner type thing where you come in there and like just chose what you wanted, like a cafeteria. Do they still have those over there?
I think they.
the buffets.
Yeah, They have some of that stuff is there, but be honest with you, it's Weatherspoons is really just another Applebee's. And
and when you think about it, like Chili's, Applebee's, Ruby Tuesdays, Shenanigans, all of them, it's fast food with plates. That's all it is.
Yep.
That's really all it is. That's it. It's nothing.
We used
special.
to have a thing called Wyatt's Cafeteria here, and you would go in there and you'd get in the line and you just go through the cafeteria line and choose what you wanted through the thing, and then paid when you got done and went and sat down and ate your dinner, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
went out of business, but
this comment's funny, and it reminds me of a place in Phoenix. There's a Denny's in Phoenix on 7th Street, and all the employees at that time, all the employees were LGB or some form thereof, right? Back then, that's all there was. Okay, back then.
Oh my God!
But the whole staff was right, and everybody called it the gay Denny's, and it was like I mean, everybody called it that. The gay people, the regular people, everybody called it the gay Denny's. And people go there after the bars at night. You know, like people go there after the gay bars or the burlesque shows or whatever was going on. Right, that's the Denny's that those people went to. It was hilarious, man. It was hilarious. It was like those people knew how to have a good time. I'm just saying.
We all get to Perkins at like 1 o'clock in the morning and just drink coffee until 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Silly.
That's what Waffle House is for. Waffle House.
God.
First of all, don't let anybody fool you. The food there is amazing.
Yeah, Waffle House is great. Scattered, covered, smothered, and chunked, my friend.
That's it, and topped. Got to get it topped with chili.
Yeah.
Yes. If you don't get it topped with chili, you're not living. You are not living.
But it is in fact just as rough a place as you would ever want when the bars close.
Oh
because the drunks are hungry and they're going to come rolling in, and drunk people got to drunk people. They're going to do what they do.
True, man. That is true. Dude, I've been to Waffle House when I was living in North Carolina. I've been to Waffle House quite a bit of times.
Yeah.
Some of the best food, really, some of the best type of diner type fast food that I've ever had. It's ridiculous. I love it.
And listen,
we should get the soldiers' breakfast there, the steak and eggs.
Yes.
Absolutely. I would do that all the time.
All the food is fresh cooked right in front of your eyes. You know?
Yep.
So it's good stuff. You're not going to get anything that's been.
You ever see that video where the girl's being attacked?
Yep.
Where a bunch of and she catches that chair like it's like ninja shit. That's crazy.
Well, I think I told this one the last time we talked about this. A guy came in to rob the Waffle House up here on the north side, and the grill chef, who is also the manager, did not miss a beat. Had a flaming hot cast iron egg pan, swung around and busted the guy right upside the head with it, knocked him out, and turned around and kept cooking.
Gotcha, bitch.
You don't play with a Waffle House staff; they will whoop your ass.
No, I know, right? They're like from the Matrix or some shit. They didn't go in
here in Kansas City. There's a Waffle House that some guy was trying to rob it, and the line cook he had his conceal and carry permit, and he just pulled out his gun and just shot him from behind the fucking thing.
Yeah. Now, I'll say this: Waffle House got me through college because I went at night, and we didn't get out of there till 10, and I was never a procrastinator. If I had homework or a paper to write, I took my laptop, I went straight to Waffle House, and I rented a booth for the price of a cup of coffee because you got free refills.
Yep.
And I would sit there and I would do all my homework, and when I was done, I'd get a little bite to eat and then go home. I ended up loving that staff. I'm here to tell you, man, they took care of me. I helped 3 of them get their GEDs. I got one of them into the nursing program at a local college.
Damn,
I provided counseling for a bunch of them because they took care of me. So, yeah.
So you got rid of all the staff by getting them the GEDs and transferring them to...
Holy shit, man.
They were good. They were good people. Chris, Amanda, Kelly, if you're watching, God bless you. I love you. Thank you for getting me through college.
Jesus.
And Angela. I almost forgot Angela.
Don't forget Angela.
I'm sitting up there one night, and I look out the window, and my ex-wife that I hated with a flying purple passion rolled up and got out in her little Slutorama costume, and she comes walking up, and the waitress that was waiting on me, she saw the look on my face. She goes, "What is it?" I said, "That's my ex." They walked over there and said, "We're not serving you. Get out."
Holy shit! Really? Nice.
Yes. Hey, Christian, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Mr. Zaffo? What's up?
What's up, Christian Zaffo?
I love the cat with the hat. I love that cat in the hat. It's a great icon.
It's like an evil Iron Man or something.
What now?
That's Rich if it's an evil Iron Man or something.
It's a character that it's a character from Apogee Comics called Quickwire, and I'm kind of drawing it, but I think I'm gonna draw something else because I'm not feeling it right now. I just
you know what? I feel that, Rich. You start something and it doesn't matter if it's good or not. You just don't feel it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm just like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I'll draw something. I'll figure it out. I don't know.
All right, we have cat avatars here. We've got a cat. We've got a cat in a wonderful hat, and we've got a cat in a bow tie.
Well, now I know what I'm gonna draw. Let me get
a cat with a bow tie and a hat. Here's a challenge, Rich. I've got a challenge for you.
No.
Seriously, think about this. Hear me.
One second. Okay. I know what I'm going to draw, so don't bother me. Don't bother me.
No. Hear me.
Stop. I don't want to hear it.
You're at Warner Brothers Studios.
No.
They have not yet invented any of their iconic characters for the Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies. And they charge you, Rich. We need an animal character that's going to be the star of a long-running series of cartoons.
All right, ready? Here we go.
Needs to be a turtle. That way, you can do it real slow.
Yes, Chris, you can jump in. Absolutely. I'll drop the link for you.
Suck it.
That's better than I can draw a turtle.
YouTube chat.
All right, Rich, you're fired. Next.
I quit. I know what I'm going to do.
He's pinned up there, man. Join us.
All right, who invented, since we're on the Merry Melody stuff, who invented Heckle and Jekyll?
Wow, that's a damn good question. Holy Christ.
The answer is I have no idea.
Who invented what?
Heckle and Jekyll.
Heckle and Jekyll. It was
the
created
same
by
guy.
Terry.
Oh, that's right. That's the same person who made up Mighty Mouse.
Yep.
Wasn't that the same person who made up Mighty Mouse?
Yep, Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jekyll.
Yeah.
No idea.
I thought Mel Blanc made all that shit.
No, he was just
the voice.
He was the voice of everything.
By the way, there is a great documentary, a biography of Mel Blanc on YouTube. You do yourself a disservice if you've never seen it.
I'll have to check it out. I have never seen it.
When he was in a near-fatal car accident, he was in a coma, and he was not recovering, and there was no reason he shouldn't be at this point, right? So one of his friends went in and started talking to Bugs and Daffy, and Mel began to respond in those voices, and he came out of the coma because of those voices.
Nice. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it is a great story, and he tells it, by the way, most of it.
I was watching a documentary just the other day about an urban legend video game called Polybius.
I've heard of it.
You may have heard of it. It came out in the 80s apparently, and it was a arcade game that no one can really explain what it is because it never really existed. But I mean, it supposedly gave you migraines and all this different stuff, and it could be some sort of mind control device, or it could have been some sort of like CIA recruitment tool, or all these different things. There was just a whole bunch of different.
I think I've heard of this. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of different theories about what it was. And then this one guy did his research, and he researched it. He goes, I couldn't find anything about it, so I started researching as far back as I could. And the farthest back that it went was like 2001 on some website. And then he kind of died. Assumed the fact that it didn't exist and it never really existed.
Those wonderful urban legends.
Or he actually did find it. He was killed by a secret government agency
and then replaced.
Like they did with Paul McCartney all the way back in fucking '66. When Paul McCartney died and then his doppelganger.
It's always the bass players, because there's also the theory that Gene Simmons and Nikki Sixx were both replaced.
Yep.
Hello, Jim O'Reilly. Good to see you.
Here we go.
What was
Hey, Christian.
Wasn't there a Pink Floyd conspiracy too? And there was some sort of album that had something on the front of it that was supposed to be like a big clue to the Pink Floyd
I don't know.
conspiracy. Or maybe it was the Beatles with John being dead.
Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah.
Can someone put on Christian Zaffo on the main screen? I'm kind of boring right now.
Yep.
Red. That's nothing new, bro.
So thanks, man. Go F yourself.
What's going on, guys?
What's up? So if you go back and you look, I don't know anything about the Nikki Sixx one at all, except that people say, look, it's not the same guy. But if you go look at Gene Simmons, early Gene Simmons had the Jewish hook nose. He was leaner. His voice was higher pitched. And then all of a sudden, along about right after Kiss Alive album, now we've got a straight-nosed Gene Simmons with a fatter face, different makeup, and his voice is deeper.
Got a nose job and changed his makeup and had some voice lessons.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. But it's out there; those conspiracy theories are there.
Yeah, man, and he got since he made so much money off those albums, became a fat bastard from going to all those fast food restaurants.
The thing you would never expect though is that
he's married to Sharon Tweed, so I'm okay with that.
Well, after all these years,
he's married to Shannon Tweed because he's a rock star. That's why. If he was anything else, like a janitor, he wouldn't be able to. Oh God, he wouldn't be able to get Shannon Tweed's ugly sister.
The thing is, after all these years, Paul Stanley's voice, who was always the clear, clean vocalist, his vocals are shot. Gene Simmons can still sing exactly like he did in the 70s. With that gravelly, raspy voice. Yes, I
show me everything you got. You got look in the knock. You driving wild. You driving crazy.
All right, that sounds like Bobcat.
Right there.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah, that's Bobcat Goldthwait. That's not Gene Simmons.
You show us everything you've got.
Okay. I'm trying.
Pops, you failed too. Don't even try it.
So the different thing.
All right, so Zaff, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, man.
This is a sketch cover for the Pumpkin issue 1 crowdfunding.
All right, nice. All right.
So I'm gonna try doing this up today.
All right, and Jim O'Reilly, you gonna show us some art, or you just hanging with us? What's up?
Just hanging today. Just hanging.
All right. Well, it's good to see you, my friend.
It's been one debacle after another around here, man.
Oh,
it's hot as Satan's freaking armpit. It's not like I live in a fucking desert or anything.
Right.
Man, it's like a fucking blast furnace when you open the door, isn't it?
It's 85 here, and that's usually about 90s where it tops out, but it was 110 yesterday.
Dude, you'll be
Wow.
sitting in your air-conditioned apartment, and it'll be 72, 73, whatever you have it set at. And then you open the door, and it's $1.20 outside. It's like walking into a blast furnace, but you're actually walking outside.
But the beauty of it all is the
Stick my
opposite. When you
freaking-
walk back into the inside and you like hit that 72 degrees, and you're just like, oh my God, it feels like I'm in an ice box. This is great.
The funniest part is at night when it's 93, so is your pool.
Yeah. I just stick my freaking arm out the window with a frying pan and eggs, and I've got breakfast in like
There
5
you go.
minutes.
Yeah.
Fry that egg right up, put it on the windowsill, let it heat up a little bit,
Yeah.
drop an egg in there, you
That's
got
it.
egg.
I'm telling you.
We did that once when I was in high school. We fried an egg on asphalt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked, didn't it?
Yes,
Everybody
did.
does that in Phoenix. That's a childhood thing. Your
So
mom gets
we had a
biscuit
bunch of
placed in the eggs.
we had a bunch of deaths out here, and of course the government's solution is let's plant some trees in the desert. That'll help. Let's get meanwhile the people who died, they died of fentanyl overdoses, you know, and
Right,
they fell on
right.
the fucking hot pavement and died in the heat. We ain't
Yeah.
addressing that issue. No, let's
Right.
put some trees in the desert. That'll help.
Yeah, well,
That'll get rid of the
welcome,
fentanyl.
everybody, the
Yeah.
one, the only bringer of death, Mr. John Dillard.
What's up, John?
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, bringer of death.
Don't those trees provide a nice shaded place for them to deal the fentanyl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always got to look
Yeah,
for the
so
place.
instead of 120, instead of 120,
Hot in
they
the
make it
streets.
115 or 110.
Actually,
Hot
they
out
take-
here in
A
the streets,
lowly
man.
drug dealer can't get a little bit of shade every now and then.
They take
I know,
the
right?
temperature in the shade at Sky Harbor Airport. That's where they get the Phoenix reading from, in the shade at Sky Harbor. So when they tell you it's 118, that's 118 in the shade, in the biggest asphalt concrete mess in the whole city, right? I mean, all the runways, all that shit are just hot as hell. That's where they take the temperature. You know,
That's insane.
probably not quite that hot out like in Glendale.
So down here they
Sky
use
Harbor Airport. Okay.
they use WBGT, the wet bulb globe thermometer that factors in the humidity.
Yep.
And it's not a blast furnace, it's magma because it's wet. You can't sweat, you can't evaporate, and the body's natural cooling is not going to work. It's literally it's the difference between being fried in Arizona versus
steamed
in the South.
I remember when I was at Fort Riley, Kansas, man, they made us go to the field. It was like 96% humidity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And it was like 109 degrees outside, and we were doing fire mission drills. And
Yeah.
I mean, people are falling out left and right. I'm taking them to the hospital. The docs are giving everybody IVs. And the medics are like, First Sergeant, this is unsafe. We shouldn't be doing this. And First Sergeant doesn't give a shit. He's like, we're going to train, goddammit.
Yeah, where we were at in Second Mardiv, it was always, you had flag conditions, and red flag was when it's above 100 degrees and X amount of humidity. Black flag was you'll die. So they train indoors, and I learned long decades ago the Marines in training would rather be outside than be indoor black flag training because they go hard. Hey, what's up, Sketchbook? What's up?
Now, I know you guys, you don't really get enough time on YouTube. YouTube is primarily just inundated with a bunch of people that live where it snows, and they love to complain about how cold it gets, and you don't know what real cold is. This is your time now. This is your time to shine here in the summertime.
That's right. That's right. But I make this claim to fame. I hear people, and you do too, on social media. Oh, I can't wait for autumn for sweaters and fires and this. Not me,
Pumpkin
Jack.
spice latte.
I
Pumpkin
never
spice latte,
look
don't
forward
forget.
to the cold weather. I don't care how hot it is. I ain't longing for winter. Fuck that. I hate winter.
Well, you're very old. You should move to Florida.
I'm right near Florida.
Florida's bad enough. I mean, Florida sucks because like it rains in the morning and then the sun comes out about 2:00 and just steams everything.
Can I tell you a story unrelated to the weather?
Okay.
No, we're talking about the weather.
It's not the first time.
What's up, John? Tell us your story.
I've been very depressed for a day and a half.
Why?
I work in this shed, right? And in this shed, the door has a gap of about a half an inch on the bottom, pretty big, substantial gap. So occasionally, little critters will make their way in here, and I got to shoo them out. Well,
what sort of critters?
Like the other day, for instance, a little baby lizard came in.
Oh,
this thing was adorable. From the tip of its nose to the end of its tail, no longer than my pinky finger.
Aw,
tiny baby lizard. And I thought to myself, you know what? I want to catch this lizard because when I was little, my dad used to catch lizards for me. When your dad would bring home like a junky ass aquarium, terrarium from like a swap meet, you had to spend like an hour outside scraping the glass to make it see through.
Yep.
I was like, I'll do that. I'll get my daughter a little fish bowl or something. She could try to raise this lizard. It's a fun thing to do. The lizard that I raised usually would die because I would try to feed it like flies from the windowsill because I didn't know anything. Back when I was little, we didn't have the internet.
Right.
So I was like, okay, let me catch this lizard. It's pretty empty in here. It was in the corner. I cornered it. It didn't move. And as I reached and I got really close, almost to the point where I was touching the thing, it made a slight little skitter and hop, right? So I moved my hands to catch it. I caught it. And as I brought it to my face, I had accidentally killed the thing.
Oh, no.
How'd you kill it?
Because it was so little. I guess I put a little bit too much pressure on it. And like the tripas, the guts kind of came out the side of it and out of his butt. And I opened the door and I threw it out and I sat down. And dude, I have been depressed for like a day and a half.
Man,
I get that, John. I get that. That's heartbreaking.
Like, you got to go to the pet store and get a turtle.
No, but the thing is, like, she knew nothing about it, right? But
but
the thing is, like, I always, had a sense of pride in how tactile and dexterous I've been able to be with my hands.
Right.
Like when my first daughter was born, like that was my job to cut her fingernails and her toenails.
Right.
Because I have that fine motor skills.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is, but is that going away?
No,
it was
John.
a miscommunication.
How could I make a mistake that large?
It was a whoopsie.
It was a cross signal. It thought you gave the kill order.
You lizard murdering mofo.
Yeah, man, you're a terrible person.
What was the book with George and the rabbits?
Yeah,
Mice and Men.
Mice and Men. There you go.
John Steinbeck wrote that fucker.
Steinbeck never wrote anything that wasn't brutally depressing. I mean, if you ever read The Pearl, you're traumatized when you're done with that book.
No, you know what trauma is when after you read a book, fucking Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. Christ, has anyone ever read that?
I think I did.
Oh God, I wanted to die after I saw that. I was like, wow, my life really, truly fucking sucks.
I just know I read 3 different Steinbeck novels, and all of them were just depressed. So was Faulkner. Faulkner was a hate-filled individual, and it came out in his books.
What did he say? What did he write?
Hello, Dawn.
While I Lay Dying is one of his more famous ones. The matriarch of a family is laying in bed listening to one of her sons make her casket outside the window.
Oh, Jesus.
And then when she passes, they can't bury her. So they're riding around looking for a place to bury her with a casket in the back of the horse and buggy. And every time, every few passages, perhaps we'll find some good Christians here to help us bury my mother, and it's just awful. It's an awful book.
Feel good story.
Yeah, it's a feel-good story of the year. So we got Lobo going on over here. We got Pumpkin. Pops, rotate through these. I don't know how to do it. We got a murderous Ewok.
It's a cat.
It's an Ewok.
Cat.
It's an Ewok.
It's a cat. Cat walk. It's cat.
What furry property is Rich drawing? Sketch
An Ewok.
It's not an Ewok.
Hey, Rich, what was that? Was that a liquid charcoal or was that just a alcohol marker?
Alcohol marker.
Okay. So I was going to ask you.
Sketchbook.
So,
I am a murderer sketchbook. But here's the thing, Doc. I'm a diabetic. And I think I was chewing on this. Like, I'm not joking. This was depressing me for a while, right?
You chewed on the lizard?
I was chewing on the situation for a while, and I think I came to the reason why I got so bent out of shape about it. It's because I feel, because my father went through the same thing. Maybe I'm going through the stage of like neuropathy, where you start to lose sensation in your extremities. Maybe I don't have. Maybe I'm losing that, and that I think is what terrified me and made me so depressed.
But now you're aware, of course, that that's not the case, because with neuropathy, you would notice the numbness before you notice the loss of dexterity.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I do. I'm telling you.
I had a stroke and I can't feel the left side of my body good.
Stephen B., the link is pinned if you want to come in.
I also have this ailment in my lower back, right? I got a bunch of herniations because I was a stupid idiot when I was young. But, you know, I'm lifting hay bales and shit. But I got, you know,
the person's spine is mush.
Right.
Oh,
so, like,
God.
you could take a like a pocket knife and stick it in my left thigh. I wouldn't feel a thing. Because I lost sensation in my left thigh. I'm in the lower leg of my left leg. And now it's starting to happen on my right as well.
Oh.
So I'm like, maybe it's that, because maybe it's not the diabetes. Maybe it's my, you know, all that stuff that happens down there. I don't know.
It wouldn't affect your hands.
I'm horrified, Doc.
It wouldn't affect your hands, John. Your back injury. Unless it's above unless it's in your cervical.
Like
unless the damage was in your cervical spine.
Yeah, my neck.
Wouldn't affect your hand.
So I had this this incident happen, and it happens a couple times, maybe a year, where I'm walking from my shed into the house, and all of a sudden my left leg kind of just gives out, right, and I take a header to the left side. Yep. And I'm like,
when I had my cervical fusion, I couldn't hold a pen because I couldn't feel my hands, and that was speed 5 through 7.
Yeah.
And yes, this is me, Rick. If you want me to leave, I'll log back off. I'm too damn tired to put up with your bullshit today.
Now, Sketch is saying, of course, if your A1C is 6 or below, which is correct, it's not going to be your diabetes doing that to you. However, there are any number of things, but it doesn't sound to me like that had anything at all to do with a loss of dexterity.
Why did I kill that lizard then?
It was just an accident. Shit happens.
Not to me.
Yes, it does. All right. So
I've never had an accident in my life.
Never.
So, Rich.
I've never been wrong. I've never made a mistake.
Are you laying in the shade and then you'll go in with the ink line after?
Yeah.
Are you drawing a comic book after Doc Blalock? He's a pumpkin today.
Wait, what?
I am drawing
Look at
something.
you. You're a big old pumpkin, Doc. Look at that shirt you're wearing.
Look at those tits I got.
Nice titties.
You like that side boob? Well, you should.
I love that side boob.
That's my side boob.
That's my side boob.
All right, here's the question of the day.
What?
Particularly for the artists.
What?
Cleavage, side boob, or under boob?
Under.
All of it. All of it.
Discuss.
Hi,
Discuss.
Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
All of it. All of it. No
All right,
shit at all.
Who
None.
said under boob?
That's me, John Dillard. I said under boob.
The guy who
like
knows
the under boob
everything.
too.
All right, and Max
The
agrees.
guy who's never
I
been
agree.
wrong says underboob.
I agree also, and I am indeed never wrong. What do you say there, Christian?
I agree with whoever said all.
All okay, but that wasn't a choice.
That was me. I said all, and that is the only choice that there should be.
Sketchbook says underboob, so the underboobs have it.
Sketchbook has not.
Let me ask you a question: Is anyone going to say no if it's not the underboob?
That's a separate question.
Wait, what?
It's a follow-up question.
Because you get all of the demure, tantalization of slightly being covered up, but you also get the heaviness of the tit coming through the bottom.
The boob.
That's the most.
Yes,
that's
and
life. That's everything.
I didn't even realize this was a thing until I saw 2 or 3 like fashion shows with bikinis, and now they're designing them so that even smaller women have some underboob hanging out. I didn't realize this was a thing.
I didn't think that was possible. I mean, that was one of the beautiful things about the underboob is that you had to be kind of endowed in order for it to work.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say it works. I just said it exists.
You know what they call that? They call that when they cover the raisins. That's what it is. That's it.
You got to cover the cherry
Raisins.
seeds.
Yeah, cherry seeds. Instead of Hooters, it's called raisins. It's like,
Hooters. All right, so we settled that issue. Underboob is the best.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. No,
Like what Butthead said back in the 80s or the 90s. Like, I like when you can see the bottoms of the thingies.
I like when you see the bottom of them. Q does it better than I do. He does a better butthead than I do.
Where is Q?
I don't know.
Where's Brianna?
I don't know. I'm neither of their keepers.
Welcome, Stephen B.
Hey.
Underboob takes talent. It does. Underboob takes a lot of talent. It does.
So what's the correct technique to pick up a tiny lizard without killing it?
A very steady hand.
John,
That's
me
the
personally,
problem. The only thing you can modulate is
I
how
would've
hard
said-
you grip the lizard, right?
I would have said the way to go would be to use a piece of paper and sweep it gently onto the paper and then pour it into your hand.
I would just
spray
eat
it
it.
with cold water first. It shocks it. If you spray it with cold water first, it'll shock it. It'll freeze for about a second, and then you just put like a cover over it. And
Well, won't that put it in suspended animation and then wake up 500
Okay,
years later?
we're just going to go on record here and
No,
say Jim is
Rick
wrong.
Rogers, the lizard of the 21st
Jim is
century.
wrong. We don't.
Yes, Jim. What
you
is
don't
it,
wanna,
Jim?
You don't want to put that poor thing into shock.
Well, no,
Hey,
you
just
put it in
pauses them
suspended
for a
animation, and then all of a sudden it's like it winds up in the future with, with Wilma Deering and Tweety.
Oh, Lord,
and
Lord. Rich,
Come on, that's
Rich,
cool.
Rich.
What? That's
Rich.
awesome. That's awesome. I don't want to hear your shit. You know that stuff's dope. That's the dopest thing I've ever said in my life. So back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Back off, man. I'm a
Back
scientist.
off, man. I'm a
Who's
scientist.
drawing Lobo?
Jim O'Reilly.
The guy with the
cool.
really terrible porn stash. That would be Jim O'Reilly.
You like it.
I do like it. It tickles my face. It tickles my bunghole.
I remember when I was a kid reading like Lobo versus Spider-Man or something like that. And I can't find that comic book.
There was actually a Lobo versus Spider-Man?
No, it was Lobo versus Ghost Rider. And
Oh,
I can't
Jesus.
find it. I remember it was the very beginning of it was Ghost Rider was climbing up the building to get to Lobo. And then the next panel you see just this huge fist with a chain wrapped around it punches Ghost Rider in the face and knocks him off the building.
I remember the end of that one. Ghost Rider tries to do the penance stare, But Lobo feels no guilt for anything he's ever done, so it doesn't work.
Did you ever see oh my god, you ever see the Mask versus Lobo?
Oh shit, no.
Oh my, that was actually one of the first comics that I ever got credit for when I was a background artist for Keith Williams. He managed to get me credit on that book, and it was drawn by Doug Mankey. And goddamn, that book was sick as fuck. Really, truly, the two of them truly killed each other throughout the whole thing. It was such an awesome fucking book.
I bet that was fun.
Gleefully violent. Oh, it was so dope.
I bet that was fun.
Oh, it was fun as all fuck. It was.
Oh, the Mask comics were amazing compared to the movie. I mean, they dumbed down the movie so much.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that's right. I mean, they had to make it more appealing to kids, but the Mask was like actually really violent and gory. It was pretty bad after a while. It was really fucked up, but it was a great comic. But they watered down. You're right. They watered down that.
That does remind me. Somebody brought up the Max cartoons the other day, and I meant to go watch them, and I haven't yet.
They're really good.
Yeah, I'm told they're really, really well done.
And it follows the comic book very well too.
That was like MTV, right?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was MTV. They had the Max. They had the Head. They had Liquid Television. They had an Aeon Flux.
Yeah, Aeon Flux. I remember.
Ridiculous. That was so good.
I always liked that because she died in a stupid way every time, and then her clone would keep going and everything. It was pretty cool. One where she had like the nail that got stuck in her boot.
Whose art is that we're looking at right now?
That is John Dillard's.
Oh, really? Okay. Nicely done.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
People in the hall. The dog likes to bark at people in the hall going in their apartment because he thinks they're coming here because he's just
Get rid of that
in the
fucking
house.
mutt.
Shit, I would if I could. Shut up!
Oh my god.
Shut up, John. What are you going to kill the dog next?
He's going to kill the dog.
I was at a birthday party. One of my wife's great aunts. You know, with the really old people, the one that are like every birthday they have, they celebrate it because it could be their last.
Yeah, kind of like mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were over there, and there's two people that showed up to the party. It was
that's it, man. That sucks.
Yeah, the son and the son's girlfriend of the lady was it was her partner.
Oh my god!
So both of them decided, oh, we're gonna bring to this family kids party in this tiny little house in East LA. Is two big ass mutts. They're half breed pit bull, half Akita.
Oh Lord,
Jesus Christ!
Just building a fucking murder dog.
And we're just gonna let them run around with the children, and not even watch them. So of course I got angry. I said, "Somebody get rid of these fucking mutts. They're good dogs. These dogs are great around kids." I was like, "That's fine. I mean, they can be great around your kids." But I don't want to sit here all day long and have to watch my kid, every time she gets close to this dog to make sure I don't got to run to the ER all of a sudden.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that so much. I'd worry about if they were going to be eaten. Like if the child all of a sudden disappears out of nowhere and you see like a shoelace hanging from the dog's mouth.
Yeah,
God, man.
These fucking things they're wild animals.
They are animals. They're pretty big freaking dogs, dude.
Like put them in the backyard, chain them to the fence. This is like a little party. This is a party with a bunch of little kids running around. Who knows what their hands are gonna smell like? Who knows what the kids are gonna poke the dog with? It's like just fucking what the hell?
Not even that, man. The kids are smiling. Fucking that's a baring teeth to dogs.
Yeah, I remember my psychology class in college. They were like talking about how people ascribe emotions to animals based on the way they look, and they're just completely wrong because animals don't have the same facial expressions that humans do. And that's how people get attacked often, is because they ascribe emotions to dogs that don't exist.
Have emotions or souls.
All dogs go to heaven, John.
No, they don't. They go to Abraham's bosom.
That's right. They go to Abraham's bosom and then they die again. Ha! There it is.
Samurai pizza cats.
Oh my god, that's adorable. I just think that's adorable. Oh, by the way, Doc, yesterday during the conversation during Stephen B's, you see these green drawers right here? There's gray ones down here now. These were the type of drawers I bought.
Drawers, yo, drawers.
Yeah, drawers
Not-
right here. See?
not
There's
drawers.
right there. There's a gray one right there. That's what I bought. Apparently, Doc's been hanging around Rich.
What? What did Rich do this time? What did I do?
You're
She's a bad influence on Doc.
God. What did you say, Pops? I showed up?
I say you're just a bad influence. That's what I say.
I am a bad influence. I'm a terrible influence. I'm a
Everybody say all the bad things they can about Doc right now. He's getting coffee and he's not here.
He's ugly, he's bald, and he's ugly.
Hello, Q. Well, he's trying anyway.
He's trying anyway.
He's
yeah.
trying. Come on, Q. There he is. Everybody say, hello, Q.
Hello, Q.
Hi, Q.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, Q?
It's getting
Good. How you doing?
full in here.
It is full.
Full house.
Yeah, but if somebody else that wants to draw comes in, I will get out because I don't draw.
There's no one else. There's only like 3 people drawing out of like the 12, 20 that are here already. There's like
Sounds
3.
like LDG. Is that LDG?
2 and 3 and 4. There's
I wish that StreamYards would allow 12 people.
5 drawing bridge.
If StreamYards would allow 12 people, I could play Hollywood Squares live on the air. And that would be awesome.
Oh, I want to be Paul Lind. I want to be the fucking Paul Lind in the center. It says crunchy. Oh my god. He was the gayest fucking.
See, because with 9, you got the layout, but you need 3 more, one for the host and one for each of the players.
Here's a story of a lovely lady who's bringing up a very lovely girl. All of them had hair of gold.
Marsha.
Hello, Carrie.
I'd be right there, Marsha.
Hi, Carrie. Good to see
But
you.
you're taking a real long time with that thing, Jim. What have you been working on that for like 2 weeks?
Warrior Secret, Carrie.
Warrior's Secret.
Don't remind me of the name of Oh, that thing. Okay. Wow. You drew a face real quick.
Yeah, it's just. Is he talking about me or not?
Well, you're the only one I see, man. Right there, bro.
I can't see. I'm actually drawing something right now.
I'm actually working.
We're actually looking at what you're drawing.
Oh, okay, so it's just a little side view of this other pilot.
Yeah,
They're
like a side view.
flying,
It's a side boob view.
talking to each other, and it's
Here's a
and he's like,
story.
man, I can't wait to get home to my my wife. She's pregnant with my first child. Little do they know they're about to fly over some Nazi flak 88.
So
wait to get home to fuck my wife.
wait, is that an F6F that he's flying?
It is, yes.
Show me the side panel again.
I'm just gonna keep working.
Okay,
on this
so
until I finish it.
So
We've been deployed in 2 different areas in the war.
So buttons. That's how I feel about it.
you got the flag order in verse, wouldn't it be his Japanese campaign at the top because now he's flying over Germany.
Oh no, he's not an actual soldier, Doc. This is a comic book. You see, he is a
okay. So
he is a special. He's not actually in like a regiment where he gets sent wherever he gets.
Just flies
sent.
back and forth, Doc. You don't.
He's part of a group, right? That goes after the Nazis and the Japanese who are hunting relics of rare and powerful nature. He doesn't go along with other troops to places.
Okay. I was going to say, because I mean, usually you were either in the European theater or you were in the Pacific. That was it.
Right. He's in a special made up group.
Now, even if you
after what's called the Shadow Reich.
Even if you did do both, the point is, he's currently flying over Germany.
No, he's not.
You just said he was flying over the Reich.
No. I said he's chasing the Shadow Reich around. Right now, he's currently flying over North Africa.
Okay. I want to say something so racist right now. If he's only doing the same thing that Japanese are doing, like the Germans did, it's like a really
okay. All right.
It's a really terrible Raiders of the Lost Ark thing. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What was the name of the unit that the Japanese had that they were like? It was a medical unit, and they were doing medical experiments. Everyone's like Unit 704 or something like that.
Something like that,
yeah.
Now that shit was brutal.
Something that Mr. Sinister would enjoy.
Yeah,
matter of fact, in this time of the war, the F4Fs or the F6Fs weren't even in use yet. So, but he has access to them because if
this is early 42.
Yeah, this is 1942.
Okay.
So if it existed, even in development, he had access to it.
Well, then, damn it, man, give him a Corsair.
Yeah.
No, I like this plane better.
I prefer this plane.
Mommy, I want this plane and only that one.
My buddy in the Army, he was really into flight simulators, and when we deployed to Iraq, we had ridiculous amounts of money that we could spend on whatever we wanted to spend it on because nobody had anything to worry about. And he spent like over $2,000 on like a flight stick with like pedals and all this crazy shit. And he played these flight simulator games that were basically realistic shit that you had. His dad was a pilot and he wanted to be a pilot, so he was trying to get as much time in on the simulator as he could, so when he went to school he could just jump in the simulator and just rock it. But when he went to the real simulator, he's like, dude, this is totally different.
Yeah. I have watched a few videos. There's a channel called Growling Sidewinder that's digital combat simulator, and the guy's really good. And he's had real F-16 and F-18 pilots come on and learn the simulator DCS, and this guy still dominates them. But they're quick to point out, well, I'll tell you what, you come jump in the real thing and fly against me.
See how it feels when those G's start pulling at your face.
So have you?
That's right.
Did you get an opportunity yet to watch the new Tom Cruise? What was that movie? Top Gun movie?
Yep.
Top Gun Maverick.
You like it?
Never heard of it.
It was okay.
Kick-ass.
It was all right.
I heard it was okay. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah.
It was nice to see a movie that had a straight white male lead that didn't get outdone by a Karen.
Yeah.
Finally.
Hey, Brianna.
Hi, Brianna.
You've seen Oppenheimer.
Brianna. I can't wait to see Oppenheimer.
I did. I saw it yesterday.
How was it?
Oh, it was great.
Oh, man, I got to see it.
It was so damn good.
I heard it's slow as hell, and they could have cut about 45 minutes out of that movie and would have been fine.
I gotta go to the store and go grab some eggs. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
All right, John.
Peace.
Later.
They could have cut about 20 minutes out of it, but Cillian Murphy is just ridiculously good in it, and Robert, and you you really have to look to see which character Robert Downey Jr. plays because he's almost unrecognizable in this film.
Right.
It's ridiculous. It's like, holy shit, this guy used to be Iron Man. It took me about 10, 15 minutes to understand. It's like, holy shit, that's Robert Downey Jr. And it's like you don't know that it's him. He's just that good of an actor in this movie, you know.
The
And
cast
who else is in there?
Awesome.
It is. Jack
Matt Damon.
Quaid is in it. Who else is in that thing?
Matt Damon, Emily Blunt,
Florence Pugh. Pugh. I forgot her name is.
Pugh.
Yeah, she played. What did she do? She played Black Widow's sister in the Hawkeye series.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then she was like banging. She was banging Oppenheimer while he was married and stuff.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I would. I'd bang her. She's maybe. I don't know. She wouldn't bang.
You were
me,
talking about like depressing authors and stuff like that, Doc. You want to talk about Joseph Heller?
I don't know that I've read any of his.
Catch-22?
Oh, yes. But that was ironic depression.
That was a satirical book, but I mean, still, it was quite depressing.
Yeah. So was Failsafe.
Yep.
Which one? The original Failsafe?
Yeah, the book.
Oh, the book. I saw the movie with Henry Fonda and who else was in that? Larry Hagman was in that movie too.
Yeah, I have never seen the movie. I just
the movie's so damn good. Oh, it's excellent, absolutely excellent.
You ever read Bat-22, Doc?
I think so.
About the dude
wasn't there a movie called Bat-21 or something?
Or maybe it was called Bat-21.
I don't know.
It was a movie. They made a movie about it, but I mean, they cut a whole bunch of stuff out of there. I mean, like, dude went down over, was it Cambodia or whatever, and he had to escape out of there by himself, and he was dug a foxhole with a knife and all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
In the jungle.
Yeah.
I was digging a dog grave or a cat grave in the forest, and I could barely get through the roots with the spade.
I was going to say, you know, the generation behind me, you know, those were all the sandbox guys. We were all trained by the Vietnam guys, so all our training was jungle. The military always trains to fight the last war.
Yep.
So I'm here to tell you, Jack, if you ever try to dig a hole in the jungle, sweet Lord have mercy, no, you're not.
One of my buddies, he was at the VA. He was in Vietnam, and he was talking about how they were in a foxhole, and they had both fallen asleep, and they woke up, and there was a cobra in the foxhole with them.
Yeah, see, no.
Bye, peace.
It's like, I just took my K-bar and cut that motherfucker's head right off of him.
Yeah, there was that old. It's an urban legend in the military about they're firing live rounds over your head on the infiltration course, and a recruit comes up on a rattlesnake and he jumps up and he gets shot.
Oh, yeah.
I actually researched that when I was on Parris Island. I know it never happened in the Marine Corps. I can't speak for Army Basic.
But Army Basic training, those bullets are like 20 feet over your head.
Yeah.
So
and it was the same way on Parris Island, and then they went to the propane simulated machine guns, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But there was that recent death. I just saw this. A recruit died, but he was a heat casualty.
Yeah.
And you know they found the Marine drill instructor, I think, guilty of failure to follow a lawful standing order. And the debate, of course, is did he know it was black flag condition or not? You know, here's the thing. There doesn't need to be a trial for that. That shit happens. Parris Island, if you don't take precautions out the ass, that island will kill you.
Oh, yeah, it will. It's where my son went to basic training or boot camp, I guess you would call it, in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, it's basic, yeah.
He's in the Marines, and he's learning Filipino now. He learned They taught him Korean, and now he's learning Filipino. I don't know what they're planning on doing with him, but I keep telling him he's going to Korea because he keeps wanting to go to Japan. But I'm like, you're going to Korea, buddy. They taught you Korean.
He's Army?
No, he's Marine Corps.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Did he go to the Monterey language school?
That's where he's at right now.
Monterey, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. If you're in Monterey, you're headed somewhere. And you're headed somewhere for the language that you're learning. So if you're learning Korean, you're going to Korea.
Yep. So I told him, I was like, you're going to listen to radio transmissions and phone calls and transcribe that shit, and that's going to be your job.
All day, every day. Yep.
Because we had all our Iraqi translator guys doing that shit, and we were like, can't we get them out on the streets instead of these Iraqi citizens that we're putting in danger?
I tell you, I wanted to go to the Monterey language school bad, but excuse me, they just kept sending. You had to turn in your request shit, and I would turn in my request, and it always came back with the same reply, which is your Creole group does not qualify for language skills.
Yeah, that was what happened when I was trying to go to the sniper school. Is that artillery was not an MOS that was allowed to go.
Right.
So when we deployed, we were actually converted to 11 X-ray instead of 13 Bravo. They changed our MOS to 11 X-ray, and I actually got to go to long range marksmanship school at Bessemeyer Range Complex. So it was actually pretty badass.
Oh, that was the other thing I just found out. They've got SWIC now, which is basically the SEALs that drive the boats.
Yeah.
They didn't have that as an NEC rating when I was in, so I was never tempted to be in the SEALs. I didn't want to be. But I don't know, man. If SWIC would have been available when I was in, I might have gone for that.
Yeah. My son wanted to do it, but he was like, I'm like, dude, you are not a strong swimmer. Okay. You do not want to do that.
A strong swimmer is because of boobs.
What?
The only reason you're a strong swimmer is because of boobs.
Yes, this is true. This is true.
What? No, I just listened to your little short story.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. My absolutely, positively, almost completely true story.
Just when you think I'm not around, boom.
She brings it home.
I remember when they taught us how to use our pants as flotation devices in basic training and everything, and they didn't want us to get the pool deck all dirty, so they made us put socks over our combat boots before we jumped in the water. And I'm like, how am I going to get these fucking pants off with these boots on? And I'm like about to drown, and I'm swimming to the edge of the pool, and the drill sergeant's like, get away from my edge of the pool. I'm like, I'm going to fucking die, dumbass.
Every article of clothing that we used to wear in the Navy was a flotation device. The hat, the blouse, the trousers, except for your shoes. Even the socks.
Even the socks?
Mm-hmm.
This is a pair of dungarees yet. And he wrote it one day. He goes, this is like a boom, boom. I'm like, okay, dude. Cool.
Thank you, Brianna.
Unbelievable.
Where is that thing? Okay.
Who is cooking while we're
live?
Not I. Had Taco Bell.
I'm not cooking anything.
I'm in a bedroom. I'm not cooking anything.
Someone's digging around like they're in a kitchen. I hear things clanking around.
Me. That's me.
What are you doing, Rich?
None of your damn business.
What are you doing, Rich?
Ugly face, shut up.
Ugly face.
Ugly face.
Rich.
What are
I
you
will tell. Let me say something. For those that like hot sauce, And for those that are comic creators and you're doing stretch goals and different things for your thing, get stickers from Sticker Mule because they have this stuff called Mule Sauce. And it's a hot sauce that you get if you spend over $100 with them. And it is this habanero sauce, and it is fucking amazing.
Madness sauce is better.
It is really good. I mean, it's got enough spice to it to make it get you a little bit of bite to your tongue, but it's really zingy, kind of sweet. It's really good. Really like
I'm already using Sticker Mule.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, because he's a pooty head.
You're a poopy face with ugly
pooty
all
head.
over your
Pooty head.
Pooty doopy doop face. Doopy doop.
Snuggy woogums.
Face.
Hey,
Swoogum
Doc,
woogum.
I think you weren't at your computer. You see these drawers right here?
Ah, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
There's a gray set down here. Those are the drawers I bought yesterday.
That's great. I'm glad you got some drawers, Don.
Well, y'all, I said that, and you automatically went to Rich Mind on that one. No offense.
No,
you getting
not
some
rich.
drawers, French cut, or what are you getting?
Not rich mind. My grandparents called underwear drawers.
Share the screen. I'm doing something awesome.
Nobody cares
Damn,
what
big
you're
name.
doing. Nobody cares what you're doing, Rich.
Unless she's hot, but we know that's not happening.
Ta-da!
I don't see anything.
It's this, you dummy foop face.
I mean, what is that, abstract?
No, it's not. It's a squid arm. You boy.
You can't even come up with anything.
Snuggy woogums.
Snoogie woogie boogie boot face. Okay.
Rich.
You do not hurt my feelings the way you wish you dured.
You mean?
What?
You didn't
I
do by
haven't
your.
the faintest idea what you're talking about.
No, you wouldn't.
Draw something, pooty head.
I'm trying. Ugly dummy face person.
I'm actually working now. I'm doing mock-ups of the. Can't talk.
You sound like Doc. You sound
Timothy
like
Olsen
Doc.
says, doo-doo head. Yeah, I said it.
Apparently, I can't
Mind your
do Tuesday mornings
beeswax,
anymore.
Timothy Olsen. Mind your beeswax.
Meanwhile,
In
Jim
Troy.
O'Reilly is wondering why he bothered showing up on this stream.
Jim O'Reilly isn't. Jim O'Reilly is unattractive porn star.
So he's like,
Well, that's right. You're just jealous.
what's that? What's his name? The hedgehog guy. What's his name?
Oh my God.
Sonic?
Ron Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I will never look at that cartoon the same ever again.
Oh God.
You're watching the open draw stream on the Madness Comic Network. Timothy
my
Olsen,
word.
congratulations on the launch of your book.
Yeah.
No one cares. No, congratulations.
Timothy,
I'm gonna slap you hard in your.
be sure you drop your link, Timothy. I'm going to just go around and mute everybody. Be sure to drop your link. And how's your campaign going?
Oh, boy. God bless you, man. I hope you do well.
That first 24 hours is always a rush.
Yeah, it always is.
So I was talking to Ben Dunn the other day, and they want more Mary Machine Gun in Arctic Press, and I'm like, well, I don't have any yet, but when I get it done, I'll get it to you.
All right, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to hear.
I know. I was
All
impressed.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
So Timothy's sitting at right at 40% after just 24 hours.
Yeah,
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Great.
You got to hit
Hope he does
50%
really
in your first 2 days with your that increases your chance of funding by up to 40%.
God, Max, that you know these things frightens me.
Yep.
He's only run about 1,000 campaigns there, Doc.
I know, right? I know I was in panic mode because we sat at, I think, 78 or 80% for like 2 weeks and it didn't move. And I'm like, no, please, for the love of God.
That's how it always happens, man. That's how it always happens.
Especially when you shadow ban.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yep.
Which they don't do.
Yes, that's right. They don't shadow ban. So Timothy Olsen could use a few more backers over on Melvin. Is it Melvin 3? And of course, Stephen B is still offering second chance on Crips and Legends 1 and 2 over on Fund My Comic.
And this is now pretty much done.
Yeah. No, you're not done. You keep working.
So here's the question I've got for creators in the group.
When you were working on last thing, was it speed? I'm sorry, Max.
When you're creating your Kickstarter, I've seen a lot of like Crips and Legends 1 and 2, Girl with the Mega Fist 1 through 4, Joe Bob's Punching Challenge 1 through 9. And should you be putting 1 through 9 or 1 through 4, or should you just say, like I do, like Mary Machine Gun issue 4? Because they say that a lot of people will think that that's all they can get is issue number 4. But to me, saying like Mary Machine Gun 1 through 4 would mean that you would have to purchase 1 through 4.
Well, that's how I would read that.
Yeah.
If the campaign says issues 1 through 4, I would think that if I'm backing, I gotta
back all of it, right?
Yeah, that's how I would read that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I saw someone put it out where they did like if they were issue 4, right? They said issue 4, whatever the title was, issue 4 plus catch up.
Yeah.
All right, that's better. That could work.
You plainly make a catch-up tier available.
Oh yeah, I mean we always do that.
But like
I'm saying, just the title.
Yeah,
Get people to click on your.
But like with Pariah, I'm not even numbering them 1, 2, and 3. It's
just
Blood and Mud, and then Sanctum of Hate, and then Garden of Malice, part 3.
Isn't that what they did with the Lady Death series? They're all standalone titles.
Yeah,
it's like Lady Death, Violent Masturbation #1.
Yes.
Damn.
Max.
Have you looked at all the names of the Lady Death books? It's always like Insane Intensity #1, and he's always got some heavy metal word that he's been using.
Yeah, but Polito is a marketing genius, so I'm not going to argue with him. Timothy Olsen says, "Violent masturbation, take my money."
Oh God!
He could literally put that out and sell like 500,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that sells.
All right, Stephen B.
Yes.
The shading on the red T-shirt at the bottom is not working for me.
So I need to fix that.
I mean, Jim, Rich, you guys chime in here.
Give me a sec. Let me take a look. Can you zoom in? I mean, what are we looking at?
What's up?
What, the red shirt?
Yeah, the shading is just not working here.
It's coarse. Well, it's not. I don't know. I mean, it's not incorrect. I just think it's a little bit. It might be. What brush are you using?
I'm just using like a mix brush and then mix it in.
I don't know if it's the bottom of it that was really bothering me though, because it made it look like a pooch in her belly.
Well,
belly.
Well, all right.
Talking about the red shirt?
If I have to say anything, I mean, I'm wondering about the shade underneath his arm.
His belly.
I'm just saying her because she's got a sword.
Oh my God!
all my females have swords.
His shirt looks reverse lit. That's the problem.
Oh, my bitches got sold.
All right,
my
so
bitches.
we've heard from the peanut gallery. Now let's hear from a real artist, Jim.
Wow. Wow.
What's the question?
Damn.
Wow. Holy shit. The fuck was that all about? Whoa.
The peanut gallery.
Whoa.
God dang.
God damn, you nasty man, you.
The Jim, the shading on this red shirt.
Red shirt.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Shading. Where's the light source? Where's it coming from?
I was trying to get like from the background.
All right, is it coming from the top of the page or the bottom of the page?
Yeah, from the top.
From the top. Then underneath his arm should have shade because his arm should be shading it.
Right, so I need to line this up then.
Maybe not all of it because his chin is gonna shadow some of it.
Oh no, not again.
What?
I had this thing that I mess up sometimes, where if I don't pay attention, it'll happen. And I forgot I was still on the inking layer.
Oh, you know how you fix that?
Lock out your inking layer.
You pay attention. Yes, easy fix.
Have enough money to pay attention.
I pay for attention with exposure bucks. What I spend all my exposure bucks on is attention.
Wow, he made glowing eyes. That's great.
Nice.
Still jealous, Rich.
I had no idea.
It's showing through. It's showing through. Stop.
I had no idea.
Don't let it go.
That Ron Jeremy
you were gay?
can draw comics. No idea that Ron Jeremy can draw comics.
All you had to do was ask him.
Did you know that Ron Jeremy was in Ghostbusters?
Hold up.
What was he?
On the stream.
He was an extra.
How was he in Ghostbusters?
He was an extra.
Really?
No. Out of everybody on this stream, Rich resembles Ron Jeremy more than anybody. So.
Oh my God!
In certain parts, yeah, there are parts of me that resemble him. That's
No,
the certain.
Only if he grows a mustache.
It's that. Definitely that. It's
Let
that.
that hair
It's
grow
not the
out a
important
little
parts.
bit.
Yeah. All right.
Just a little bit of mustache.
Let that hair grow out
a little bit of bigness.
Just let that hair grow out a little. That's all.
God. No, I look like the guy from Flock of Seagulls. That's what I was starting to look like now.
Here you go, right here.
Your hair.
And I ran so far.
Here you go, Pops.
What's that?
Bring that up.
Uh-oh.
Big in it.
Oh no! What the fuck is this?
Are you still here?
It's Rich. Look.
Oh shit! He is there. Damn. It's not
Rich.
me.
Hi, Rich. Good to see you.
All of you.
But Ron Jeremy was in Ghostbusters, and I was like,
Wow.
no way.
How about that? There. You're not going to see my face anymore.
Who knows?
Open
Maybe he'll be
Gangnam
the next
style.
Halloween costume.
Timothy Olson, I've always wanted to ask you, is Melvin? What is Melvin? Give us the synopsis.
Or not.
Don't try too hard.
Well, he's typing, boys and girls. Give him a minute. It's not like he's sitting here with us.
He's only got
Jeez.
200 characters.
More characters in here. God, I can't do 2:30 mornings anymore. And no, I'm not drinking it.
I don't want to draw anything. I don't know. Let me see what
That's how I feel.
That's how I feel today. I'm going to draw a very melancholy turtle. A melancholy turtle. A turtle.
Very melancholy turtle.
So Stephen, my only overall feedback, I trust you on the minutia, but you need more contrast between the background and the foreground. So either
So what are you saying? I need to put shadow in the background?
well, either lighten the background or darken it, but it's too close to the foreground shades.
And then I would question if the spirit-looking girl, if she extrudes light or not, because if she did, that would be throwing a blue glow on the back of.
Right, that was my question.
She does not.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Similar effects as Star Wars.
But you want you do on the gray rakes, you're going to want them to pick up some of the ambient light in their highlights. So if it's at night, you're going to have kind of a pale moonlight. But
some blue.
I will defer to Rich and to Jim here, and to
let me take a look.
Zav.
Yeah.
On the contrast, which way to go with it?
Well, one way to increase contrast is to desaturate the background a little bit, not by much, but like maybe 10%, and then take the foreground and see if you can make the saturation just a tad bit more vivid.
Yep, and
that'll separate it. That would definitely separate it.
And more highlights on the foreground characters.
Well, you also have to think about the light source too. I mean, it seems like it's a rather dark environment.
Yeah.
So as a matter of fact, if the girl in the back was radiating some sort of eldritch energy, that would actually work rather well by separating the background even more. But since she does not.
Does she generate light? And any kind of light, or is she just there?
No, we said no.
That's who's already been asked that 3 times. Pay attention.
She does not generate light.
So she's like Dr. Manhattan without the glow and the penis.
Don't assume, Rich.
Dr. Manhattan.
Without the penis.
Well, I
was like how Dr. Manhattan was like, fuck the world, I'm moving to Mars.
Yeah.
To just say something too, the drop shadows, the shadow on the ground and the shadow of the overlapping, the halo effect you have going, it's right idea, but the halo is away from the figure, and it should always be the line or just inside the figure, so it's the figure that's popping and not a light on the background for no reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's right. Is there a direct source of light, or is it just ambient light, like sometime in the evening too? But stuff like this is hard to determine, really. I mean, it all depends on where.
It can be, but instead of focusing on necessarily, where's your light source, you can create contrast by your blacks or by your saturation, by your line weight. Just however you choose to do it.
Is this a cover?
Yeah.
It's a nice cover.
We're way past line weights.
Yeah.
So
Line weights are not making a difference here. Everything seems to be on a really close plane. So the only thing that can really separate all of these characters is contrast or
saturation.
Saturation. That's the only. These are the only things that can separate these characters because you already pretty much have everything in the ambient light.
Yeah, the characters are on a pretty close plane. It's the background. Yeah, the background just needs to push back a little bit, and I don't know which way to do that. Which would work better.
You could do. I would select all of the main protagonists and then inverse the selection, and then Control or Command U if you use a Macintosh, and drop the saturation about -15.
Well,
play with that for a bit and see how you go.
There's that, and because it's a cover, you do want some vibrance in the protagonist colors, and even in the little critters that they're fighting. You know, they need to pop.
Oh yeah. What was I gonna say? Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Deeply done.
Increase the. God, what is that word again? Increase the vividness.
Saturation.
Thank you. The big S word. Increase the saturation and a little bit of the brightness on
Timothy.
your foreground colors.
Timothy, come on out this Wednesday, 1:00. You can be my guest on my show. I had a guest that backed out just a few minutes ago.
Who was the guest?
Son of a
that backed
bitch.
out? Who the fuck would do that?
It was Max. I wasn't going to tell on him, but
yeah, well, I do what I can.
Oh God,
Shit, I would be there. I'd be there just to bullshit. I don't even have anything going on right now. I'm just writing. So, I mean, we've got the trade paperback getting ready to go to print.
Yep. Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 3 30-minute segments. So the first 30-minute segment is our normal stuff. The second 30 minutes, Timothy will bring you out. And the third is kind of a call-in where the chat joins in. So, yeah, come on out.
That's when I join the show and it all falls apart.
It goes straight to hell once Max shows up.
Hey, Max. I do love Italian.
That book is going to be so fun to write. I mean, it's been so fun to write.
Oh my God, I can't wait to. The worse the better. I don't care. I don't care how explicit it needs to be. Just drop the hammer. I'm dead serious. Whatever it is, I do not care.
Hey, Rich.
It's so much fun. What do you want?
I break spaghetti.
You break spaghetti?
I break
It's
spaghetti.
because you're a commie. That's what you are.
Speaking of spaghetti, can you post a pasta picture I can actually eat, Rich?
What? I'm not posting any more pasta pictures.
Because everything you post has got tomatoes in it, and I can't have tomatoes. So it's like, I think you tagged me in one of them. Really?
Well, it's not my fault that you don't know how to cook. You're a woman. You should know how to cook.
It's not that I don't know how to cook, but the tomato will put me in the hospital, you asked.
Well, I'm not going to. I don't. What pasta dish? Oh, wait, there are a few pasta dishes that don't involve tomatoes. Okay.
Timothy, I'll get with you. Let's do something. Are you off on Saturdays where we can do middle of the day Saturday? I'll do a special show.
Honeycomb's big.
Yeah.
If you need if you need a guest for Wednesday, I'll come on. I got some stuff I can talk about that we got coming up.
Yeah, man, I'll come on too, man. I'll come on too.
Look, the two scumbags I don't want.
No, you should have us on. You should definitely have us on. Yes, because then we'll say some really naughty things.
I didn't. My show is classy. We don't.
Oh yeah, so am I. Yeah. I bathed last week. That doesn't make me. I bathed. That doesn't make me all pure, my friend.
You
so there you go.
You say the show's classy, but I'm on it like all the time. So that's just you're just bullshitting me here.
It's just false advertising at this point.
Oh God, you might as well say Waffle House is a 5-star fucking Michelin rated restaurant.
It is. I tell you what, more people that visit America from overseas want a Waffle House experience more than they want a 5-star Michelin experience.
Okay, so is it the contrast or the saturation?
All right,
It depends on which. I mean, how it works out.
We got to see it.
Yeah, let's take a look.
And
Control
bigoted.
U.
All right.
What do you use? What do you have, a PC there, Steve?
Huh?
What do you have, a PC or a Mac?
All right.
All right. Control U. Control U.
Well, no, he's got the characters highlighted, Rich.
Well,
Yeah,
did he inverse them?
inverse
Did you
too.
inverse the selection?
Yes.
He hit the selection. You have. Pay attention, Doc. All right. He hit the inverse. All right. Control U. You should have a window come up. Control U. Yep. Okay. You see where it says in the middle saturation?
If it's a 0, take it to -5.
No. Right where the sliders are. Right where the sliders are. You see where the saturation
That's
up
whiteness.
The middle slider,
here?
it currently
The
says
red bar.
0. Take it down
Yes.
to -5.
Yeah. To take a look and see how it goes.
Is it all right? So
Just type it in the box.
that's what I'm doing.
-5.
Put the dick in the box.
All right, what number is that?
-5.
All right, take it to 10, -10.
Ooh. Dick in the box. Good.
-10.
All
Go
right.
20. Go 20.
It's not that much. Go
Yeah, just go 20 real quick and see what it'll do because it's not changing it that much.
He's washing out the foreground though a lot.
Wait, is he on the layer?
Yeah.
Is he on the layer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Let me see the layer palette. Put the layer palette up.
You can see it.
There is no layer palette up. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Rich.
Go to
you can
flats.
You can see it in the foreground. The desat.
Control U in a singy-songy voice singing it. Don't be creepy. Oh, all right. Well. You know. Hey.
All right. That's too much. Go back to -5.
There we go. I saw that work.
And then invert again and increase the saturation on your foreground characters by 5.
Brianna, what am I doing?
Well, I'm gonna hit OK on this one.
You know, you're all cruel and unusual.
And I think, Stephen, you're gonna have to color the rakes.
What rakes?
Rakes.
The little golem-looking creatures.
Little bad guy that they're fighting.
All right, up the lightness too.
Not by much.
No, that's too much. There you go.
You have those guys are selected also. You can't select those other guys in the background. That's the problem. That's why there's no difference.
No. It's fine because he's going to color those guys.
He shouldn't color them. And if he does, he needs to do it in a less saturated fashion.
Yes.
The only way they're all going to stand out.
Yes. I
Nah,
think
nah. Dummy face.
Rookie.
Hey, look, Total Recall. Look, go to me for a second. Go to me for a sec. Look, Total Recall.
Oh, Rich.
That
was one of the best parts of that movie.
Oh, is this Jim trying to draw yet another character that he hasn't created yet? All right, that's fine.
Back to Stephen B.
Jim O'Reilly. Hack.
Doing the last Ronin, or are you just making a turtle?
All right, Brianna, take care.
Peace out.
Is that what he's a Labradoodle? It's still making a stream and watchable. All right, bye. See ya. I'm gonna be more creepy next time. Control you.
And a storm messes with your internet.
The European kind.
I guess so.
Storms messing with our internet all the time.
Knocks me out.
We either have internet just fine, or it's just there's none. That's
exactly same.
There's no in between.
Yeah, there's no middle ground. There's no middle ground.
Well, we had the power went out night before last for 30 seconds, came back on, and I had internet issues all day yesterday. So I don't know.
Did you turn it off and turn it back on?
Did you spit in the back of it and whomp it on the side?
I know, and then I offer.
That's how you fix the Zenith television, Doc.
Does nobody get that reference? No Time for Sergeants.
Yep.
Stockwell, Andy Griffith's character. They're trying to use the radio in the plane, and they can't get it to work. And he goes, "Spit the back of it and won't put it on the side. That's what my daddy always does at home." And it works, by the way.
Yep. Yep. Back when things were mechanical and a womp on the side could cause something to happen.
Yeah. The Rex kind of blue tint.
Blue, or kind of like think of them as decaying aliens and make them kind of a sick mottled green color. Because your trees.
I can give them like a blue / purple tint.
Yeah, my reasoning is that your trees kind of have a reddish tint to them, and green is complementary color, so it'll make them pop a little more.
Yeah.
We'll go green then.
Bust out that color wheel.
Bust out your color wheel. Of course, color theory also says that red is an advancing color, so if you make them reddish, they'll come forward.
Yes, and red makes you hungry.
What?
Red is a color that makes you hungry. That's why a lot of restaurants have red in it. You duty face.
What is that based on? Where do you get
I
that?
don't know. I read it in a psychology book thing.
True. These are your peers, Doc. These are your peers saying these things.
You know.
Okay.
Okay.
What is it, Dawn?
If I send you something, Rich, can you put it up on your screen? And I just want to know what everybody thinks of it, because I'm not a creative person. I'm not an artist or anything. But
all right, pop it over
I'm
to me.
working on a banner
I'll
for
open
Michaela.
I'll open it up.
You trust what I'm going to send you?
Yeah, send it to me now, and I'll take a look.
With the great tint.
See, I'm wise enough to know when a gift needs giving, and I got just the one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to tip your waitress. Rich will be here all week.
I'm here till Thursday. Try the veal. Michaela's Mercenaries. Oh, this is nice.
His next engagement will be at
nice.
Waffle House.
Waffle House.
But it'll be outside because they won't let them in.
Let's no, the green is a no. It's blending into the background.
Give me a sec, man.
And also, I would say not just the highlighted areas, just the whole damn thing, except for their black mouth and black eyes.
I told you yesterday I thought you guys should use some kind of like darker purplish tint with the gray. Something that stands out from the earth tone of the background. You know,
grab one of them and let's color the whole thing except for the line work.
Hey, Doc, can you share the screen that I'm sharing right now? This is for Dawn.
Pops can.
Pops, can you do that for me, please?
I can't hear a word anybody's saying right now.
Oh, that looks good.
I like it. I like it. Well, there's an open space here. What's an open space for?
The lettering, Michaela's Mercenaries, needs to have color.
Yeah.
Yep. You think so? It's gonna take away
color.
from everything else.
It needs color.
No, not that much. Not that much.
It doesn't need a lot of saturation, but it does need color.
Dude, the whatever color that's going to be too rich here is going to take away from the attention.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not.
Here's the main question: why was there a slot missing in the middle?
That's what I asked.
Yeah, I'm going to address that. So the top of it is her Warriors, the Elite Warrior series. The bottom left is the Vela series that she's working on, and the right is her Linnea Fletcher books, which is who she co-authors with. So there's all three different kind of.
It's separate.
Okay. It's a separate thing, but see, you should still stick them like in a font term. It would be called kerning, but you want them to all be evenly spaced apart from each other, and it will still be set differently because you've got the books facing to the left and not the right, and they're not on tablets; they're on actual pages.
Correct. And just slide some small text under each one. Say this is the Arushalon series. This is the whatever series. And yes, put some color in the lettering. Ignore rich. Just make sure it's desaturated.
All right, Doc.
Perfectly balanced. That's the whole thing should be.
Okay, so I'm making notes here because I'm not going to remember all of this. So close the space up.
Yeah, they're still too dark, so you want to lighten them and saturate them a little bit. You want them to be on the same plane. Whoa! You want them to be on the same plane as the guys they're fighting. So the background is the background, the foreground is the foreground.
How's that?
A little lighter and a little more saturation. Of course, right now all you've got circled is dude's forearm. So I mean,
because it also covered his arm.
Oh, well, I mean,
so I did that too. It showed his arm.
A little more saturation, just a touch more.
Looking better. So I almost want to say to add a little tad of blue to their reflectance so that the moonlight is represented.
Yes. But before you do that, go ahead and saturate them some more, lighten them just a little bit. Particularly, the ones on the left and the bottom, they need to come forward. But yeah, you're getting there. The ones you've got selected right now, Stephen, the top three, let's get those right, and then you can make the others match after.
Make sure it's not. All right. Probably bring it down just a bit.
Their brightness is fine. No. The brightness was fine. You just got to turn the saturation up a little bit.
Saturation.
The vividness of the color. Bring it up about positive 10.
Yeah, when I was affecting, I just them, it's also affecting the whole group.
Well, I mean, that's technical stuff. You'll have to figure that out, but just want to see how it's going to look.
Let's see. How's that?
I mean, it's still kind of washed out looking.
Adding the blue might tone it down a little bit, though.
Blue highlights is going to be fine. Yes, that's a yes. But the base color, they're light enough now, except for the one in the back there. It's the saturation. They need to come up to be on par with
the characters in the front.
Right.
Got you. You want me to go get Fernando? He can give you a whole fucking masterclass on how to color your shit, picture colors. That's what he does. I hired him originally as a colorist for Mary Machine Gun, and then he ended up doing a whole bunch of sketches of Mary. He's like, "What do you think of these?" And I was like, "Fuck, dude, you're hired."
Yeah. I don't know a damn thing about digital. I just know art. But Jim is here and Rich is here. We've got talent here. Zaf is here. I still say, yeah, that saturation on the ghouls has got to come up to be on par with the foreground. And I think we'll be there. Now, what Steven is saying is it's affecting the blacks of the line work, but don't you have that on a separate layer?
Yeah,
No.
he does actually. You should. It looks like you do.
It's the colors are on a whole layer, and what I do is that I copy the layer. So if anything goes wrong, I could delete that copy and then try again.
Okay, but do you have the line work on a layer?
The line work is on. All right,
Let's see that talent.
So here's the line work right here.
Let's take a
It's
look
in
at
the
that.
inks. Right here is the saturation.
As long as you got
What are the layer properties of the inks? If you go up to where it says normal and you click on that down arrow, what does it say? Does it still say normal? Up here where it says normal, right above these icons over here. Above the name.
Above the name, right here?
Yeah, and then above that where it says normal.
Keep going up.
Normal bar.
Well, there you go, right there.
Yeah.
That was interesting as hell.
Well, if you put it on, if you add it on, he doesn't have that layer selected. That's the problem.
Oh,
that's the thing.
I gotta go, guys. I got groceries to bring in. So,
alrighty,
we can do that all in one trip.
It's time to close out anyway. We got to get going.
Thanks for letting me hang out, guys. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
All right.
All right.
We got 10 minutes anyway. We got to get going.
All right. Later, everybody.
Then I actually do stuff, though. You guys saw it.
Hold up. Don't everybody just start popping out, man. You got to do this right. You got to do it right.
Yeah, I know.
Tell everybody where they can find you, brother.
In my apartment, sweating to death in 115-degree weather.
Hopefully I did.
Go check
try
out
to
Crom the
prepare you.
Destroyer on Indiegogo. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, all under Jim O'Reilly Art or Jim O'Reilly Comic Artist. That's all I got for you.
Thank you for popping out, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me. Rich, take care. Talk to you later.
You too, sir.
Peace.
All right, Ron. Talk to you later on, Jeremy.
Oh, hi. You can find me, probably everywhere. On Facebook, I'm trying to utilize my D-Duelist account, so if you want to request me as a friend on there, you're more than welcome to. But you can find me helping out people like Michaela J, Linda Cox, BKM, Brian K. Morris, and this stuff.
All right, cool. Team B.
You can find me here on YouTube, on Twitter, and Instagram under boldcatstudios. And don't forget to check out Crystal Legends Second Chance campaign, where this cover is going to be available.
All right, cool.
And I'm just going to have to figure this one out.
Mr. Sappho.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Here you go. It's probably easier. Can you see that?
No.
Get rid of
Still no. Do you have a pen? Do you have a pen? Write it in a pen.
Come
Your
back.
pencil mark is darker than the thing you wrote it on. The hell?
You can find Christian Zaffo in the comic-related madness over there on Facebook.
There you go.
That's how we do that.
Let me see. Flip it out. Drop it. Okay.
You want to find me? It's easy. Right over here, atrocitypress.com. Just go there. It's got all the Atrocity Press news. It's got all the Atrocity Press merch. And it's got, most importantly, all of our social media links available right there in one spot. God damn, I need to shave.
You do, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just what it says there, I draw stuff.
There you go.
That's it.
He'll be back tomorrow for Monday Madness.
I'll be back tomorrow for Monday Madness.
And that's how we do that. Q, tell everybody where
Q with the titties. You can always find me here in the Madness. You can always find me here in the Madness on Comic Book Network on YouTube.
And
there, I spoiled it. There. No.
We're gonna slap you.
Ragga.
What's that place?
I don't know.
What's the place again? No, Roku coming soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
There you go. You can always find us here in the Madness Comic Network.
Yes.
And when you can't find us here, we'll tell you where you can find us.
That's right.
Y'all be cool. I got to get ready for our next show. We're going to do the show-offs. Dave and I are going to do a little bit more Iron Man. We're going to do like we do every week. We pick topic. We go through some of our older comics,
Why don't you guys do some indie shit? Because you guys all do this Marvel and DC crap that I don't even own.
We've done a bunch of indie shit. You just got to go back and look at previous episodes. I mean,
it's always mine, like Iron Man and Spider-Man and all this shit that I don't buy. So,
yeah, but you bought it back in the day. This is all the old shit.
No, I never bought any of that shit. I bought IDW books and Dark Horse books and Antarctic Press books and stuff from Boneyard Press and Asylum Press. I was a degenerate still then.
Showed off that stuff, showed off my Freak Brothers, showed off all kinds of stuff, dude. We got lots of indie shows in the show-offs. We're just happen to be on Iron Man right now. So,
all right. Well, I'll take a look back on the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, it's all on the playlist. Might as well get yourself familiar with them.
All right, later, everyone.
Wayback Machine set to 1972.
Have a great day. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace. Bye.
Richness Entertainment Group presents the Madness Comic Network with original programming and additional comic-related content.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands are
Have a good night.